early. What's good, folks? We are back with another episode of Early, and we got a special guest in the crib. We got a friend of the show for real. Bri Mafia in here with us.
In the house.
Bri, what it do?
Yo,
you know what's crazy? Like when we say friend of the show, you go way back, dog. This is like your second time, I guess, doing an interview. But do you remember coming here and spinning when we was doing like music segments? Do you remember that?
She came with Kevin. Shout out Master Mold.
Yeah.
Both came and she definitely spent a set. That was when.
Yeah, that was like a different era of the show.
Yeah, y'all appreciate that. We was doing a lot of production.
That's crazy. But hey, Bri, like what's going on, man? How are you? Appreciate you coming through.
So
catch us up, man. How you been? What's going on?
I've been good. I've been DJing full time since the pandemic, and but this year I decided that I wasn't going to DJ full time.
You really ain't stopped since the playlist, since for the DMV.
Yeah,
I remember when you started the volume 1, and it's like I thought it was gonna be that series, but nah, I didn't even. You just like, no, we gonna keep this shit rocking.
Yeah,
playlist every week.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna DJ full time this year, but then like people wanted to have conversations about like DMV music and the sound. I'm just like, no, bro, like we need to show this shit is thriving, and I threw like this crazy ass mixer, and that's like it was for a DMV mixer. It was called Aligned.
That you had actually people to pull up
at the alumni. That literally happened the week that his DJ was saying shit about the DMV sound would never make it. And then
was that when you had that fucking live with all the DJ? Was that around that time?
All that shit happened at the same time because that On the Radar shit happened in January.
Right.
I think it happened in January. It might have been early February, but it was all around the same time. All that shit was going on the same time.
And can you discuss your sentiments as it pertains to On the Radar now that you actually bring it up? Because for everybody that actually knows On the Radar, you know, it's a popular freestyle platform that everybody's familiar with, but sometimes when they came to the regions, it's kind of like they did everything different, right?
Yeah.
And it was like a pay for a chance to play, not pay to play, but pay for like. So like, how did you feel about that whole, I guess, experience?
Okay, so a lot of people thought that I had like a personal issue with OTR. And that wasn't the case. It was the people that were trying to capitalize off of that moment. So OTR does come to cities and they do invite certain artists. You know, I think that just because the DMV doesn't have that infrastructure of like the current buzzing artists, OTR led it up to these liaisons to facilitate artists to come. Some they invited, some they attempted to charge. And then not only that, they threw a showcase and then charge artists to do that as well. And I'm just like, it was 2024. Y'all niggas have done this before. Y'all know that this is not progressive to community. You know it's a quick cash grab. Like, why are y'all even doing this type shit? Like, like what is the end goal here? So with the live, it was like, when I talked about it, this person was trying to figure out who I was affiliated with, but like, you know, I'm from Delaware and like I don't.
It's just me.
It's just me. I don't
like you can't just be speaking on, you know what I'm saying, standing on your own hill.
A lot of people be underestimating like who I know, who I fuck with.
Yeah.
So I went to this show to DJ for Paco, and they was like, bro, we need this. Shout out Paco Panama, for real. For sure. They like, bro, we need to talk to you, and I'm like, what's up? And they was like, this nigga try to call us questioning about you. He told him, fuck out of here. Like, I'm just like, okay. So I didn't even talk about that on Twitter. I'll probably say it subtly, like niggas out here trying to low-key threaten me, like press me. But I'm like, how you gonna do that? I don't have a team, I don't have PR, I don't got management, I have nothing. Like it's just me. So who you really gonna call? You're not jeopardizing shit for me. So he in the live trying to be funny, and I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't getting this live.
Wait, you talking about like, are you saying like they're trying to like what, like get you proverbially fire, like cancel you type like, shit or what?
To get me to shut up.
Okay.
To be like, if this your people, you need a checker type shit. And I'm just check me for what? Yeah. Like, I'm not exploiting. I didn't do nothing. I'm telling people what you're doing. What you're doing is wrong. Like, the fuck? Like, artists shouldn't be paying to have, like, OTR coming to town. You got to pay $1,000. Gonna $1,000 for what? In this economy? That's where the money be.
I mean, the economy aside, I do feel like something that it's like it's kind of interesting, man, because it's your art that you're displaying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that is the product that they're selling. So it's like you're selling them your art for them to sell it. You know what I'm saying? So like it is kind of ass backwards.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But to my knowledge too, it's like, and tell me if I'm wrong. You paying, but that doesn't even necessarily mean it gets shared. It's like a chance for
it's a chance for it.
The
It's
only issue that I had is a majority of the artists that did do OTR and they did pay, they got the content, but it wasn't up to the standard of like how it's done.
Some of the
when they're
other
in New York.
OTRs, yeah.
The New York has a set aesthetic, you know, like when you see it, you know it. The green neon lights, the neon in the background, you see it. But the way they came to DMV and they did it at the museum, I feel like that had the potential to be a very nice production, but it seemed half-assed. So what did y'all pay for? You know what I'm saying? So, but if you pay for it and have to do in New York, at least you'll get the aesthetic. At least people know it's official. But the only person that I saw on whose video was really flowing was Lordy's, was Uncle John's.
Yeah,
that
shit was epic.
Yeah,
and that was epic.
Insane.
Show me that
so
one.
it was like that. You know, that was because he.
I mean,
he
but a lot of what
something-
Uncle John does.
he did something that was really monumental and it stuck. The mask, the beat, you know, it was just the freestyle in itself.
One of the better OTRs.
So that alone made it stand out. But the other ones, like Pinky's, was hard. Pinky the Rapper's was hard, but the quality was like, damn, like what the fuck? I wish it was the same standard as what they were getting in New York. And
shout out Carlito as well. Her shit
Carlito. I also Sport was on there too. I just was like, come on, bro. Even Paco's, I'm like, I wish that it just
QP.
better lighting, better angles, better, you know, it just, I don't know, it just didn't have the
you
same
had
energy.
you had an issue with the production value more than it was to the fact that people had to pay for that.
Yeah,
is that what you're
especially
saying?
if you gotta pay, like, why is it not up to the same standard? Like, I would, 100%. If you said I paid $1,000, you got content like Only Vibes, for instance, or you know what I'm saying? I would have been like, oh, okay, like you got your money's worth. Like this looks phenomenal. This looks great. And it probably would have came with a real interview. I didn't get to know any of those artists. I'm not even sure if any of them had interviews. I'm not sure. That's on me if they did, but I didn't see any clips of that or anything personal or any like kind of real investment towards those artists. Like people gotta understand when they're being exploited. Like if there's no return, and I'm not talking about money, like what are you getting out of you pouring?
But what if I were to tell you I paid a stack and I'm cool with what I got? What if I were to tell you that? Like you're looking at it like,
I would ask you what made you cool about it?
Yeah, the fact of who it came from, or
what was so cool about it? You know, what was
because the reason I say that even is because like I know a lot of folks that don't really know I'm not saying this is you, I'm just saying like in general, a lot of folks that don't know production, you know what I'm saying? So when they see themselves in front of a camera, they're lit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's lit. And me who like be behind the camera a lot, I might look at it and be like, oh, well, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? But they're lit because you know what I'm saying? They're excited to see themselves in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I paid a stack, not me, but if I'm an artist and I pay a stack and I'm cool with my product, then do you have the issue still?
I think the only issue I would have with that is I feel like there are entities, there are creatives, photographers, videographers that will supply you, you know, if that content, that will give you quality content. So if you told me you paid $1,000 for that, even though you think it's cool, it's like you honestly could have executed that better.
Yeah, you could have got a better bang for your buck.
I feel like you should not be comfortable with, even though it's cool to be in front of your camera and see yourself like that, you shouldn't be comfortable that somebody didn't give you their all. You know, like there are people who are actually artists and like pour into their artistry and would never want to give you half-ass shit. And like, I just work with that. Like, even though it varies from my rate. And of course I love the DJ, but that doesn't mean that I pick and choose, you know, what energy I give. I will say that I will be late if you don't give me a deposit. I'll be late. I'll be late. Sorry, I will be late, but I'll be there.
Not
so you know what I'm saying?
Is it fair to say that overall, just because the rate might be the rate, don't let the rate dictate the standard? Like just because the rate's expensive, don't assume, oh, this is gonna be the A1 quality.
Or the name or the brand. Like don't do it just because it's OTR. But that, like, you're just like everybody else then. You're like, oh, OTR versus like that homie that's been
but that's the thing. We are in a time and place where like a lot of you know, name is everything almost. You know what I'm saying? Like name, brand is everything. We was talking a little bit earlier about like the wave of where like influencer marketing is going.
Mhm.
And I had said something about how like it seems from what I see like it's kind of starting to die down. And the reason I say that is because you start to see like I know this shorty that's a makeup influencer, and she be telling me how like some of these big like makeup brands, they don't want to pay influencers nothing because they feel like I'm doing you a favor by throwing you some makeup. You know what I'm saying? So like you think you're doing me a favor for promoting it, but I feel like I'm also doing you a favor. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like it's a push-pull kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of
it also feels like it was been
touch
influenced
and
because
go.
I feel like makeup industry is an oversaturated market. You know what I mean? How many girls do makeup?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
that's
that's
an influence. That's what's going on too. Like in order to really influence some shit, you gotta do something different.
And you gotta be yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You gotta be
do
different.
something. Like I said, back to Lordy, like he did something different in his OTR, and that's why it sticks. It's the main one that sticks to it. So with the makeup girlies, like I really don't know how to do makeup. I've been doing makeup the same way for as long as I know. Like I'm not like I've never watched a tutorial for shit.
I do feel like, I mean, I don't know, I'm not in that world, but I feel like I
don't watch anything.
Yeah.
You know, I definitely want to talk about like I want to contrast the two real quick. When you have that perspective, right? Because you're an individual that's actually built your own brand, right? As opposed to sometimes people that are coming into the game and they're trying to see how can I expedite. And
they don't know what they're doing.
Myself a brand. Maybe if I align with this
brand that's already kind of going.
Right? So like kind of like let's fall back from all these platforms and kind of get into you a little bit. Can you speak to how you went about, I guess, establishing your brand? You say in pandemic, this is when you started DJing, I guess, like nonstop, back to back, whatever it is, making curated playlists, creating a playlist. You spin in different sets at all different types of venues. I've seen you spin at school shows. You probably spin on that motherfucking weddings, all like concerts.
That's crazy. I've never DJ'd a wedding.
Okay, word.
I've been DJing 9 years. I'm sorry.
Do you want to? Like,
I really kind of don't.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it don't seem like.
I'm telling you,
really not my thing.
Telling you, Bri.
What's not your thing about it? A wedding is a party.
I'm gonna tell you,
it's a long ass time. I'm out that era. Like I'm telling you, I'm not mentally there to DJ more than 2 hours no more, bro.
Oh,
I need to get my feelings off.
Yeah,
and my feelings don't align with weddings because they be in moments
you got your requests and
music.
Like
Granted, it's a beautiful thing, but I'm not the one for that, baby.
Hey, it's good. It's good. Hey, I think it's great that you know yourself and you don't try just because somebody says, "Oh, there's a bag over here. This is a good thing." It don't mean that you got to go over there.
I'm like, yo,
I mean, I know that somebody is well versed.
Attending a wedding is lit.
Back to what you're saying about being cool, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a DJ was cool. All right, granted, say I came, I didn't give you 100%.
Yeah.
But you didn't hire that nigga who do 100 weddings. I'm doing my first wedding for you. Y'all take away from the quality of that artist that really do it. So I'm not gonna be like,
you try to get a little cut.
3 bands, so let me get the 3 bands. No, get that 3 bands of somebody to really do weddings. Because if I do it, you're not gonna get the real DJ Bri Mafia. You're gonna get a half-ass wedding DJ Bri Mafia, and that's not me.
It's funny because I also kind of later into my videography career, I was like, I don't really want to do weddings no more, even though like a lot of folks were telling me like that's where I had done some. I mean I had done some up to that point, like I was like, I just kind of like you said, it's like almost an all day thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got a different level of like stress than just like the type of shit I was into at the time.
That's a moment. It's like some people
and you gotta personally cater to like 2 or 3 individuals, like even if they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know like, why are you shooting from over there? It's a better angle. Well, I want you. You just gotta cater to people. Like
with any wedding that I ever did, I was a second shooter. So
there you go. So you didn't have all the pressure,
the responsibilities. Of
interacting with the bride.
I see it. Like when I get on set, all I have to do is shoot. I'm either shooting the bride or I'm shooting the grooms, and I'm just staying with them. And
like
then we're doing our set shots.
I was supposed to DJ a wedding for my good friend Andy's best friend Rigo, and this was literally right around the time moving to my apartment. It's my first time living in an apartment complex. It was a little weird, and I just was not in the best mental space. And I said, "Hey, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm about to oop you to my homeboy DJ Shido, who does weddings."
Okay, nice.
And I was like, he's gonna be phenomenal. I'm just not mentally there. And I know because when I'm mentally there, I don't want that to reflect on one of the biggest days of your life. Shido gladly took that oop and they fucking loved him.
That's perfect.
It was amazing.
That's perfect.
I just was like a good call. So that's why I still haven't done it. I probably won't ever do a wedding. If I did do a wedding, it probably won't fucking wedding.
You
But
gonna be DJ your own.
but you know, but
a week. That'll be a
but
first for
I
sure.
think you also speaking to another thing that's really dope. Something that I've kind of trying to be more intentional about as well. You just outsourcing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
look, all right, I got this. Isn't I'm not about to say no, I can't do it. Go find somebody else. No, I'll be like, sit tight.
Yeah.
Not me, but I might have somebody for
Yeah,
you.
I
That
don't think
would
people
because-
understand that's how universe.
I mean,
bless you.
well, that's actually, but also too, that makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because oftentimes when like regular folks are reaching out to you for something, it's because you're the only one that they know that does that. Everybody don't know 1,000 DJs or even
Right.
5 DJs.
And I'm like, hey, I actually got the DJ for you. I do that, but I do that all the time. I'm so responsible for ooping gigs and just being like, hey, or if I have to back out a gig, I'll do my best to be like, hey, I have another DJ that I know will be like perfect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially with the girlies, like our little collective of DJ girlies, we're always like, here's this gig. You know, go do this. Hey, can somebody give me speakers? Can somebody give me a mic? This, that. We have a nice little network.
That's what you need. You need a community, they call it.
That's
But so if weddings is not your vibe, what's like your favorite type of setting to DJ in? What are you fucking with
like
right
now that I'm in my like I'll be my 10 years will be next year. I've been DJing. Like,
Damn, that's crazy.
I started DJing in 2015.
That's
so
crazy.
10
That's
years
tough.
next year. Like I said, this year was the first year I was
Yeah,
like,
congrats on that.
thanks
That's
so much. The first year.
I just gotta say the consistency, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers don't have that. So to be doing something for 10 years, that is really crazy.
And different. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't see a bunch of DJs doing the same shit. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to be.
You've evolved over the 10
I
years.
don't want to be in my 40s throwing parties. Because you're never gonna get stuck out of that. And that's like catering, like you said, you got.
But some people like what they do.
They're fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
You said they're fucking miserable.
Because if you love what you did, you would evolve. You would evolve with the times. And I feel like a lot of DJs are not evolving with their craft. Like me, I'm every gig, I'm downloading new music. What's new, what's hot, I'm not doing the swag surf. I'm not doing it.
Right.
Like the thing people want to be like, it's a classic. How many times you hear it though? How many DJs you know do the Candy Rain, Can We Talk? Why you want to press me out to do something that niggas already do?
I'm weak.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Get
like,
it off
I know
your
you
chest,
don't have what
Bri.
you do. You do the same shit. You don't go home and you don't. It's just like anything like Currency, right?
Yeah.
Currency's evolving with his music. He's a father.
Yeah.
This nigga's a millionaire now. This nigga has mad cars, beautiful home. Doing what he loves, and he's rapping about it. I'm able to evolve with him as an artist.
Yeah.
But like you as a DJ, you are not evolving. You're catering to this sucky ass fucking crowd of people that don't even know how to evolve their minds towards music because you're so used to the bag you get. You're so used to the entities that be. You're stuck.
That
you're
comfortability.
Stuck. That's not an evolving DJ to me, bro.
So do you think that a true responsibility of a DJ is to be like, yo, maybe not always breaking music, but it's like, yo, this is some shit y'all gonna vibe to. Like y'all always coming in. Like, are y'all knocking people for having a preference? Like y'all try to hear the same shit y'all playing every motherfucking Friday night when y'all can hear some new vibes that still is going to give you that same feeling. And now look how it's a win-win. It's like, yo, you actually discovering new shit. Like, why the fuck are we just spin? Like, it's just like a loop. You're just
it's the same energy. Loop. Like, I don't want to feel the same energy during my sets. Like, hey guys, I felt this during this song. I wonder if y'all feel it too. And it transcends when you DJing, like based off your energy. But there's just so many DJs that they play it safe. They have their safe.
I got to give a little pushback or just play devil's advocate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When you're DJing in front of different crowds, like say I'm in one crowd and the energy that I got from that crowd doing my set, I'm like, oh shit, I want to feel this again. I go to another crowd. Am I crazy for doing the same thing?
I don't feel the crowd energy.
So what do you feel and what do you do?
It's me.
You set a tone.
Yeah.
I don't care what y'all doing.
but I mean,
why I don't do weddings.
Okay, that's actually a great point because I was gonna say like, isn't it most? I mean, I correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to be feeling the energy of what's going around you? Like, how do you know
it? You're supposed to create the energy. You're supposed to set the tone, set the vibe because the moment you read the energy, you're gonna do what all other DJs do. Like, I know this is a go-to song. I know,
Yeah.
but if you just do you. I don't know what the fuck you know, but I know that this shit cranks to me, and I'm gonna play it. And people are gonna see it.
And what if
like,
it don't?
You know what?
And what if it don't? But what if it don't?
It just never happened.
It's never happened.
The thing about it doesn't
Bri,
matter.
you never played the wrong song.
But think about it. It doesn't. There's never a wrong song.
Okay.
Because maybe I was like last minute and I just was like, oh shit, I couldn't do the transition. But I never made that decision like based off the crowd. So it's like, but it's like if I were to do that, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, shout them out real quick.
Yeah,
if I were to
what
do
we
that,
sitting now? What we sipping
Hold
on?
Oh,
Can you pass this
compo.
over
I
there?
swear to God, please, yo.
There's no camera.
Please, bro. Hold on, where's the camera? This
In the corner.
Oh, here. Oh my God, y'all.
Damn, there you go.
Nah, that shit is smooth.
Me compo, bro. I love this tequila, man. Y'all the shit.
That shit is smooth.
Sorry if I'm cursing. Please tell me, man. I give y'all. Bro, I got the whole DMV drinking. I swear to God, I got the whole DMV drinking me compo, bro. It's great. Please give me sponsorship.
Bri Mafia needs herself a deal.
You know what I'm saying?
She
I'm
needs
not even
herself
asking
a
for no
deal.
money.
Reach out to her.
Send me bottles of tequila
I
and
know.
cool merch. I don't care.
She said, I don't even need money.
I don't even want money. Just the money can come if the sales go up. We can work
bags,
it out,
yeah.
bro. I know this business. I work in sales. Just please.
Get the percentage
I never
split.
begged
Get the
for shit in my
percentage
life.
split.
See how excited I am? I don't even know where to put the fucking bottle. It's like my
I
second for
weak.
real. Come on, hook me
weak.
up.
Nah, but that shit is smooth. I can't even hold you.
Never had no sponsorship like that. I was gonna wait sell sponsorship.
Okay, but you were saying.
Oh no, what I was gonna say to
as far
finish
as
what I was
moving the
saying,
crowd.
like even if I
Appreciate
did
you.
have a crowd that didn't fuck with something I played because they were like, "What the fuck is this?" Even if it's two people vibing, I'm lit.
You're lit, yeah.
I don't give a. Even if I know I like this.
Do
I don't care.
you know how people say like they learn from things? Do you have teachable moments, and what do teachable moments look like in the DJ world?
My most teachable moments are shit that I could have avoided. Like this weekend, I DJ'd at Hill Prince for the Boiler Room, and I have a Rain 1, and my controller is mad
how
heavy.
was that? Oh, damn.
It was lit, but it was hot as fuck.
All right.
Boiler Room.
It was miserably hot. So like I didn't DJ till 1, and by the time, and I was there early, and I normally don't do that because the people are like, "I'm here for your set," and I feel like if people don't see me, they know that I'm coming. But I feel like people saw me and thought that I was going to DJ soon, and I was like, "I don't DJ till 1." Then my DJ set was like 30 minutes late, and it was hot as shit. And I came out the gate like cranking. It was just too hot to crank. You can see it all on my face. I'm just miserable, hot. But anyway, I had asked him. I was like, "Hey, do you have a house controller? Because if there's a house controller that's already set up, and I don't have to bring my shit." And I can use it, I'll use it. That doesn't inconvenience you. You don't got to switch shit out. But the controller, when I got it, I went to go set it up and it didn't have the power cord in it. And normally I always have my controller in my trunk. I left my crib and I literally sat in the doorway. I opened the door and I sat and looked at my controller and I was like, "Should you bring just in case?" They're like, "No, they have a house controller." I was like, "Sure." I was like, "Yeah." And the fact that I sat there and even contemplated it, I knew that I should have brought it. And I was just so disappointed in myself that I did not have my controller on standby. I've been DJing for 9 years and it's just no fucking excuse for me.
Yeah.
I felt so bad about it because I'm like, I know that I would have had better energy if I had my shit. But those are really like the main mistakes that I look for. It has nothing to do with music.
Yeah.
Because I've set the DJ that I am to be the DJ that I am. I play what I play. And I did accommodate crowds when I was down bad. Say I just needed money. Say I just like, I could use this couple $100. I am going to go out my normal pocket. But if I make a mistake with those, I don't care because I did out of desperation. Oh, well, you caught me slipping. It's okay. I take a couple L's. But my learning lessons are when I don't do something that I don't trust my gut to like bring this, be on time for that, say this, say that, make sure of something. So
it's more like your personality, not personality things, but like your personal things,
like
not
self.
Like self-work type
things
things
that I know I can control.
Shit
that I know I can't control, like rain. Maybe tickets didn't sell.
I mean, a reaction to a song. You know what I'm saying? You play something and you just don't get the reaction. I know you say you don't care about that.
I'm gonna give you a good one, and then now everybody fucking loves Sexy Red.
Yeah.
When Sexy Red was when Pound Town first came out.
Yeah.
The fucking looks I used to get.
For real? You was playing that joint early?
And I'd be like, at the DJ booth, I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Like I would get the crazy reactions.
Yeah.
And eventually it
started coming around.
Started liking it. But then you got these videos of me lit and there's these bland ass crowds that are just like,
what is that?
And it's me. My coochie pin. I'm like, don't even care. I'm like, I don't care, y'all. I came here to party too. Don't think just because I'm DJing.
Oh, no, facts.
I'm working like,
and that's the thing I will say about you. Like you be looking like you're having more fun than anybody else.
I sure fucking
like, you know what I'm saying?
Because I know that if I was in the crowd and I heard the DJ play it, I'd be like, whoa, she just played Arx Poppy.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's kind of that thing.
Right, like damn, she's hip.
It's kind of that thing they say with like comedians too. Like if you like when someone laughs, it makes it easier for others to laugh. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you see somebody rocking out to a song, you kind of feel inclined to rock out too as well.
I have a theory about this.
Okay, let's hear it.
That's why people like R&B parties and 2000 parties, and because like I said about playing it safe, we're always comfortable.
we know those songs. We all know those songs. We all are
singing along.
Yeah.
But it's no longer those moments like when we were kids. Like I partied way more in my teenage years than I do in my adulthood, and I never thought that. I thought I'd be growing and be like at the club and partying. Like I had money and all shit, but like now the crowds that people are afraid to dance. Like people niggas are afraid to grab the girl and throw some ass.
You know what's funny? Let's go there. Let's go there because I heard like some older folks.
Let's take a shot.
Let's go.
Give me lit.
Oh, we salute.
Cheers.
RP Pop Smoke. Give me lit.
So I was listening to some, like an older group of folks talk, and they were saying, are we like done with the era of going out and like meeting a shorty at the club by like dancing with her? Is that era over? And you be outside way more than I do. So I'm curious to know, like, what does it look like outside? Are people talking to each other? Are people are like guys and girls? Are they interacting with each other? Like
to me, rap and shit like that. I feel like you going because you want to enjoy the actual shit. I feel like that should be happening.
You're not going because you want to talk to a shorty or a shorty talk to a guy?
You probably go
or meet.
And I know you don't fuck with the Afro beats, but that shit probably happening.
Oh, they're still whining and they're still whining. No,
show, but you're not gonna see Breeder. She's like, that's cool, but you're not gonna see me there.
No disrespect either. I feel like with Mafia music and Afro beats, I feel like it's way more face-to-face dancing. And it's more like line dancing. I won't call line dancing. I feel like American music is like line dances, but it's more like togetherness. You know, everybody's dancing.
They're doing a song. Yes, they're doing a dance. They're doing a dance
or just something in unison, and that goes back to R&B music and singing along. It's great when you can do something as a collective.
Yeah,
but it really messes up the energy when you go out your kinetic energy
trying to do like one-on-one.
I'm gonna go throw ass on this nigga. You're like, I'm gonna catch ass. So like I gotta bring it up. This word to Daniel. Daniel and I have been hanging out since going to some of my like most lit DJ sets, right? And I was like, yo, come to Nisia show with me. I was just like, bro, like you're mad cool. I know we've been hanging out. Like, just come to my shows. Like, I fuck with you, I fuck vibe with you. Man, we went to the Cash Cobain show after, and we were dancing. I was throwing ass. I'm like, bro, I haven't done this.
I haven't done this in so long. Where is this bitch?
We're cool. Like we're just hanging out.
What's crazy?
That's my guy. When I'm like, hey, we're going to the party. I know that I now have a homie that I can kick it with and dance in a function, and it's just so fucking fun.
What's crazy? I was listening to so I fuck with New Impressions, and I was listening to New Impressions.
Shout out to New Impressions.
I was listening to Hypnotize. Like when I'm working out, I listen to Hypnotize over and over. So like, you know how YouTube will start to suggest shit based on what you listen to. So YouTube suggested a live performance of them performing Hypnotize, right? So I'm like, let me click at this. It's like them in the club, like playing it live. And then it pans to the crowd. All the shorties are dancing on niggas. I'm like, damn, I haven't seen something like this in so long. I'm like, I have not seen something. I think the video was from like 2014 or something.
New
like
Impressions is literally at Babylon every Wednesday.
Still?
Every Wednesday.
Or you could go to Throw Social Thursdays.
Throw Social like on Friday, Saturday.
That's crazy.
Shout out to
this is stuff I do not know.
This
is stuff I do not know. That's crazy. New Impressions is my favorite band of all time.
After I did the Smoke of the Shop podcast.
Yeah.
And
you did shout out. Oh, what's the name of the podcast?
Smoke of the Shop.
Yeah, shout out.
That podcast changed everything.
That's when you was talking about that. DJ
I'm weak. How so?
I put it out there, all of it. Like how I pulled up on DJs. I think niggas didn't listen to me. Like they thought I was like pulling up to like fight.
But
I'm like, nah.
It'd be weird.
Bri enemy number one.
It'd be weird. I'd be seeing it, but I'd be like,
I'm trying to see what the crate's
I
like.
don't know.
Like, you want to talk shit about, bro, we can talk shit all day on Twitter, but if you're a DJ and I'm a DJ, I just want to see what it's hitting for.
Yeah.
Because then you could talk in person all day, but I'm going to tell them like your crates is weak, your fucking transitions was ass, and you was playing Usher.
Yeah.
So what's up? Like, but nobody want to come to my gigs because they don't want to admit that I'm nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't come to my shit either because maybe you go to your
I wouldn't
shit
come
and
to my
update your
shit
fucking
either.
shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, nah, I pulled up on DJs that was saying shit about me, not to see what's up, but to see what's up with what you doing. Like, are you even as good as a DJ?
Yeah.
Because why are you in here? Why can't I be in here? Why can't I bring my following here? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to see what niggas was doing. We can talk on Twitter all the time, but yeah, public gave me number one. I don't give a fuck.
That's
you talking about the
no
pulling up on
impressions.
DJs.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No facts.
I'm not gonna hold you. When I went to that shit,
Yeah.
I thought it was Floyd. It's like 2 podcasts that they're a part of, so I thought it was gonna be his, but it was theirs. And when I saw them, I got mad nervous. I thought I was being set up. Like, I really thought I was being set up. I was like, to me, new impressions are like celebrities.
Yeah.
So I was like, it was Alex and TJ, bro. I was just like,
that's crazy.
I was like, oh, am I gonna get beat up?
I'm
I was like, I might be getting set up. And that's okay.
It's like being in the desert and seeing a cactus. It's like it's too good to be true.
I might be getting set up, and I'm just gonna take that L, and that's okay because you caught me slipping. I'm out in Suitland, I think. I don't know where the fuck I was.
I'm weak.
I was like, I'm just gonna take it because whatever.
Yeah.
But then Alex was like, bro, I planned on arguing with you, but you were just so nice. He's like, your answers are just you just speak so well.
Yeah.
And like we freestyled at the beginning and we laughed hard as shit.
Yeah.
I fuck with them so hard.
Yeah, no,
that's
like, tough. That is very tough.
They showed me so much love, and I don't know if they knew, but I was nervous as shit.
That's crazy. Wait,
like,
so growing up in Delaware, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did you get hip to go-go?
Okay, I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't like go-go music at first.
Nobody ever does when they first hear. Nobody that's not from here.
People don't understand that
Yeah.
Delaware is heavily influenced by Philly,
okay,
Jersey, and Baltimore.
Okay,
I love the two-step. I'm a two-step.
Is that house? Is that house as well?
More like no, I wouldn't say house, but more like you remember Meek Mill Flamers era? I'm in my bag and AI. So I 1, 2, 1.
Okay.
We're two-stepping ass, like, you know what I'm saying? So we swagged, and swagging is the same way. When you swag, you dance with a girl, and instead of her throwing ass, she just bumps on you. Like, you just take her hips.
Like kind of how they do like with kind of like the Jamaican kind of vibe?
Kind of, sort of, but not as crazy. They
be
going at all kinds of
They be throwing them up in the air, catching them.
It's like a two-step with it, though. Like, we two-step while we do it.
Got you.
So that's what we did. So I love Baltimore and Jersey club music. Meek Mill Flamer, Shiz Nitty, Sap the Beatman was doing a lot of music. He was heavily influenced the swagging era, him and Quan Don. And then when we hear go-go music, it was so fast. And
kind of loud and rambunctious.
So like, I couldn't catch the beat because we're so two-steppers. I wasn't twerking like that. I was throwing ass. Yeah. I wasn't twerking. There's a difference between twerking.
Well, what is the difference?
I think like throwing ass like a wine. You know, like I can throw it back.
Oh,
you know, but I feel like with go-go, they bah, bah,
yeah.
Bah,
okay, so when you were saying throwing ass, I thought that's what you was talking about.
I was like, you know,
like it's kind of like they're bumping in, like we're bumping into each other, like
you throwing it. Like Sexy Red has a song called "Throwing It Back." She's like, I be throwing this ass back. That's what I would do to throwing it. I be throwing this ass. But go-go is
it's more of a bump. It's like y'all bumping each other.
When I heard it in Delaware, I was just like,
overload, system overload.
It wasn't until I went to what the fuck was it? It was the Go-Go's that Walt was hosting, and this was right before the pandemic at U Street.
Shout out Walt been on here.
Shout out to Walt. It was at U Street Music Hall.
The Tequila Talk.
And this was like right before my birthday. This was in December 2019. Trilla was like, we going to the Go-Go for your birthday. I'm like, all right, you know, Trilla born and raised DC, Northeast DC. Trilla threw ass on me all night. Hey. And I was just like,
is that what turned you? Is that what made you a believer? You had to see somebody dance to it to understand. You got to see it.
I went to a go-go a couple years before that, but I was so fucked up that I just was like,
wasn't paying attention.
Go-go. Yeah. Like, I'm just here. But like having chill, I was just like, this is what I was doing. Whoa!
You had somebody holding you up from behind.
A time was had. And
that's fair.
I was like, okay, I get it now.
Okay.
Like, I absolutely get it now.
But so speaking of no impression specifically, because I do feel like I feel like the way they make music is more palatable for people who aren't from DC, if that makes sense. Like when I went, because I went to school in Virginia, Hampton. When I went there, New Impressions was what like other folks will listen to that will make them be like, oh, okay, I could fuck with this.
Okay.
Because it's like, I don't even know how to explain. I'm not trying to say that other bands don't make music, but their shit was more like R&B music, kind of like what we talked about with the whole like,
you will, and
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfuckers like, oh, I know this song.
Like, if I play some T.O.B., you're not about to get.
You know,
yeah, it's going to sound loud and rambunctious. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. Or if I play some ABM some slow bounce shit, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I can agree with the New Impressions being the most like
palatable. It's like it's palatable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can hear what they're saying. And this is not even I'm not trying to sound like I'm knocking other go-go bands because I'm not at all.
It's
I love all like it's different energy.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Sexy Lady, like it's
Sexy Lady was like probably the most mainstream go-go song to be out. You know what I'm saying? And New Impressions is very much like that.
I get it when the DC natives talk shit about Sexy Lady. Like,
do they?
Be like, oh yeah, they'd be like, oh, y'all be playing go-go and y'all playing Sexy
Lady.
Yeah,
because at Hampton, that is the only go-go song they would play.
Fine, let that be the swag surf of go-go music. I don't mind it. I don't mind that one. I mean, the basic one on that one.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
not going. Oh yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna lie though.
Transplant, I like all of it. You can play whatever.
No facts. And me as a native, I feel the same way. But I felt how you felt when I was young. When I was in like middle school, I was like, I don't get it. Like,
I just didn't get it.
Yeah, but as I got older, I'm like, I fell in love with it. Like with it. Right.
I love it.
But to your point about Sexy Lady, though, like before it did become that mainstream hit that it became, I was like, oh, this is a bop. Like I was like, this is a bop. You know what I'm saying? What are you talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Know what was cool too about like that time as well? Music was way more rewarding because I had to look for it.
Oh yeah,
download it,
bro.
Put it on my shit. Like even back in those days,
these
right?
go-go bands would play at
everybody that fuck with go-go was on.
They would play at a venue. You were listening to a recorded concert.
No.
You got that March 11 at the CFE.
And you were downloading that shit off Go-Go Central.
Oh, Go-Go Central.
LimeWire of Go-Go. Like you go Go Central and you just get.
And you got to keep going. You got to keep going on Go-Go Central because it's like, is there anything new? You know what I'm saying? It might be 2-3 days before there's anything even new.
When I started getting unreleased go-go songs.
Okay.
Because I got New Impressions, one of their unreleased songs when they were at Hashtag.
Yeah.
And they have a release on Spotify now, but I have the live version.
Nah, that
and I had it before.
I'm gonna tell you that 07 it's our turn. That 07 it's our turn changed my complete. It's the soundtrack to my senior year of high school, and that what's it? OA Statement to the Game. Those are two albums by New Impressions that I can listen to I will listen to for the rest of my life. But like those albums completely changed my life. And I'm not even being facetious. Like those were like two albums that like anytime I hear, and that's why I listen to them working out, because they take me directly back to football season of my senior and junior years. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. I could go on this go rant for a minute.
I want to get back into like, earlier you were talking about if you really love what you do, you're gonna evolve in your craft.
No,
right?
that's
so.
Facts.
Let me
that's
talk
facts.
about how you've been evolving in your craft, right? And one thing that I've been noticing in terms of the responsibilities that you're taking on, right? It's not just the DJ realm. You've actually been taking on the role of even being a creative director, right?
Yeah.
When it pertains to, I guess, the artistry sets, going as far as even like curating the visual representations like that, like the visual images or like the displays that are being shown when artists is coming out. So talk about that leap or you actually being like, all right, I actually have a lot more ideas or input in terms of this shit that I'd be like put
the whole package
towards. Like I'll be spinning the whole time. I'll be spinning
the other elements of it.
Like, yo, why didn't y'all highlight me to like help you out with all this type of shit, So like, how do you start getting into this bag where you like, yo, I want to put more imprint in terms of the shows that I'm a part of?
So like it started when I first started DJing. Like obviously I'm not from here, so I would take whatever bookings that I could get, and then I realized that the bookings that people were booking me for were things that people needed. So people needed showcase DJs. I get it. You'll get to a certain point in your career as a DJ where you don't want to do showcase anymore because you don't really get a DJ. You got DJ for all these other artists.
Right.
The pay isn't really that good. But for me, I was just hyped to have the opportunity. So I would DJ for showcases. So I did that, but I also was bartending and serving. I bartended and served from 2015 until 2018, and I started working in the beer industry from 2018 until now. So I wasn't doing DJing full time then at all. I was just doing DJ on the side. So then like I could really pick and choose whatever gigs I put.
Okay.
But what I noticed was I was doing a lot of showcases. All right, niggas need DJs for shows. Then I was like, okay, we got the relationships with the venues. This was like before the pandemic because
Right.
DC9, Songbird, U Street Music Hall, all of even 930 Club, all of the venues were actively in the local scene. Maybe they picked and choose what local like entities they work with,
Right.
but they all had their hand on in it locally. So I'm like, okay, cool. We begin somewhere. Pandemic happened. Everything's closed. All right, now I have to be the DJ to provide a space. Then outside opens. We obviously have been on a renaissance of creativity. Everybody has mad shit to share. I've then had this relationship with the venues during the pandemic. We're back in it. Now I'm realizing that like we need ownership. Now I'm realizing that we need representation. Like if we're just performing the music, I need to be in the space for me to play all music. Like I need to be in a space for people to receive it. So it's like that's how I've evolved with saying like as a DJ, like what do the artists need? Because I'm not a DJ for myself. Think that that's what some people need to differentiate the DJs. Like some DJs are for self. Some DJs want to be Diddy. Some DJs want to be in the camera.
I want to be the vibe controller.
They want to take the pictures and they want to be with the celebrities and they want to do that. But I only have 3 photos, maybe 4 photos with out of all the artists I've ever DJed for. I only have a picture with Currency, Anicia, Project Pat, and Ja Rule.
Project.
Ja Rule was not the one I was expecting.
I fuck with Ja Rule.
I fuck with Ja Rule, yeah. I fuck with Ja Rule. I'm not going to say you talking about a Roscoe.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't be just taking. And I got a picture.
Ja Rule had a moment for sure.
And I got a picture with Key. I love Key. So you know, Key from Atlanta.
Yeah, Key used to do a lot of shit in Virginia with my homies back in like those Hampton days. Like, yeah, he used to be in Virginia Beach. He used to be in Virginia Beach a lot.
Yeah, so those only got pictures with, but like I'm not, you know, most shows I'm not even trying to be in nobody's face. I'm like, thank you for the opportunity. I'm gonna head out. You know, I just be happy to work with my favorites. But yeah, I feel like that's what I do, like evolving with like me as a DJ. What do artists need? Because I'm an artist DJ, and I feel like I'll always be able to be a person that says like, hey, within my career, Bri put me in a playlist, Bri put me on a show, Bri tagged or whatever. Like I want to know what's going on. I'm evolving with y'all music because if I'm a DJ just for self, I'm not going to evolve. But I don't do it for self. That's not fun. Like yes, granted, the only reason it's for self is because I like the music.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but I'm not doing it for like, I'm not doing it for self. Like pick me for all the shows or like niggas be thinking I be saying the shit I said about broccoli because I want to be on broccoli. I don't want to be on broccoli. I don't really want to DJ festivals, like because I want people to know if I DJ a festival, I'm playing all crank. Like you probably never heard.
She said, "I don't care what the crowd wants."
And I'm literally gonna say, if it's a festival that's like not predominantly black, I'm gonna be like, first and foremost, I need all my niggas to the front. So everybody, if you're not black and you're in the front,
make way.
Make way.
Weak.
And that goes in what I was about to say, like about you know, like just evolving and just like how I've been in different spaces DJing. I just think it's so unfortunate that people don't align like rap, trap, hip hop with rave culture. So with rave culture, with those venues that want to do house music, club music, you can get the fog machines, you can get the lights, you can get the visual, get all that shit. And for some reason, people don't think that niggas can get that same experience with trap music and hip hop music and rap music. Like,
are you saying like the artists don't like they don't want that stuff?
When have you been to a rap show or a party that was predominantly like trap music, maybe R&B? Maybe it was Afro. It was all the genres, right? But the venue had like
all those effects,
the same things as like a EDM rave.
So that's that's the venue providing or not providing that, or the artist requesting or not requesting it.
That venues don't align it with that and don't believe that people would want to be in those spaces.
Okay,
and I'm like, you're fucking wrong because a lot of people don't even like club culture. A lot of us don't want to be in sections. A lot of us are fucking on the spectrum.
I gotta push back a little bit there. I think a lot of people do want to be in sections. Like a lot of people want to separate themselves from the other people.
Section culture, a lot of section culture. That's the thing,
okay.
though. Going back to
I see what you're saying.
dancing,
Yeah, I see what
why
you're
do
saying.
you want to segregate yourself from the party for
Yeah.
status? Okay.
Yes,
But the
exactly.
thing about it is, but there's a whole bunch of people who don't like section culture. That would literally be stimulated off of all that. Because I'm that type of person. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna stand the whole time. I might go play cards. I have a deck of cards with me all the time.
Yeah.
I might go play cards. I might fucking go outside and smoke. I might go smoke. I might play a game. I don't know. I might do something. But I like
while you're in the club,
but I like the fact that I'm around live music.
Yeah.
Right.
I just want to be around.
Okay.
I don't have to dance. I don't have to, but I just want to be around live music. So like I could be interacting, I could be doing something. A lot of people are like that. I feel like a lot of people that do section culture, like, why are you paying $600 for a bottle? That's stupid culture to me.
But I mean, that's like asking any, you know, any person that pays $30,000 for a chain. Like, why are you doing that? Like,
yeah, I'm asking the same shit. What the
no, yeah, like people are gonna ask the questions, but people are gonna do it because to them it gives them something. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about your DJ, like,
and then
I don't have that crowd.
even with the sections, like, you know, you buy some bottles, they put it on the sparklers, you get the attention for the 5 minutes that they're dancing with your bottles in their hand. Like, people do that just for that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then there's people that don't care about that.
No, we're saying the same thing.
Right. But there's no space for the people that don't care about that. So then, like, it's like if you want to hear people like, oh, you can hear rap music in the club and Rose Bar. Okay, but not all of us want to go to fucking Rose Bar. I don't want to go to Rose Bar
because it's that.
But I want to go to fucking a place like Culture. The culture be iffy sometimes.
So help me understand what the rave culture or the rave venues are doing to make what are they doing that you want to see more of in other settings?
I just feel like music should be able to be received in all settings. I feel like you shouldn't say, oh, if I want to hear this type of music, I have to be
in this place,
the club corner. Somebody wrote me and was like, I was like, where the trap parties at? I'm like, you got to find them in the hood. Why? Why people like trap music and they get to go to Rolling Loud? What the fuck? I don't understand.
Facts, yeah.
Why can't we like music in those same settings too? Why can't there be a club that's like that? Or maybe there is section. Maybe the section on the goddamn fucking second floor. I like that. Don't take up the dance floor.
Facts.
If you want to be
secluded, then seclude yourself.
Seclude your fucking self.
Be up there.
Have some fucking bar tables. You want to play some Jenga? You want to play some fucking Uno? You want to play some motherfucking cornhole?
Facts.
You should be able to do all that. I want to do that.
Hey,
rap music.
You know what's funny? What's funny? I'll say this because when I went to Hampton, that was the thing that I was like, turn these goddamn lights on. Let's put some cups on the table. Let's play some beer pong. Like,
beer pong.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. That's facts.
Dom Kennedy and
that's facts.
At A&T.
That's facts. That's facts.
And do a keg stand.
That's facts.
What are you talking about?
That's
like,
facts.
what the fuck? Like,
that's
what
facts.
are we doing?
I was like, what is going on here? Let's switch this whole shit up. Because you know, my freshman year, you're going to the parties that people are having, and I'm just like, this is not. I'm just sitting around like, this is not fun to me. Like, I can't even talk to shorties because we can't hear each other. Like, all you can do is maybe, you know what I'm saying, get some twerk, but it's like, you know, that I don't know, that does nothing to me. Like what I want to happen, it doesn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I became a sophomore, got my own place, started having my own functions, like it was like, keep these goddamn lights on, keep the music at a reasonable level so we can hear each other. You know what I'm saying? Put some cups on the table. Let's play beer pong. Like, I literally introduced my niggas to beer pong, flip cup, all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
And you can have the kickback setting in the club setting now because we're fucking adults. So it's like,
but there are some, I'm not gonna say they're like club venues or anything, but there's like bars and stuff around here that got like the cornhole outside and stuff like that.
No bars.
He said, you want it in the club. I'm weak. You want the club promoters. So you
want an interactive club where the sections are,
hey, become a club promoter. You got to be the change. You got to be the change you want to see.
No,
VIP.
But look, like as you say, no bars, right? I want you to get into your background as it pertains to actually, you know, the beer industry. And
I do find that
and also, you know, elaborate even on a new position that you also are about to embark on as well, right? Because I think that it's also really important, people that are, you know, as artists or like whatever endeavor that we decide to partake in, it's like we got to have different types of streams of income, or like also just not box ourselves in. We got a lot of different types of things that we actually got skills at.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna apply them.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. So talk about how it is, even how I feel like you balance that, and even how you intertwine it, like how you even get some sponsorship for shows, and it's like that's because I'm in a relationship with a brewery or shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So talk about how you leverage, you know, how you are in other realms, right? You know what I'm saying? To go into the music and how you've been progressing in that realm.
So with the beer, I got into the beer industry in 2018. I started working for Buffalo Wild Wings in 2015. And when I moved here, I worked the one in Virginia Beach before I moved here. And that's where, like, I've been drinking beer all my life. Like I said, I was a beer pong, flip cup, girl Lee. We was fucking.
Was that the vibe in Delaware? Like, you came from that?
Yes.
Okay. Because that was the vibe in Montgomery County.
And I'm not even gonna
you know what I'm saying?
like, I'm not no funny. Like, I came from the era of, like, really having the beer in the beer pong cups and, like,
I don't even understand
water.
otherwise. I don't even understand otherwise.
I mean,
like
that's what
the
it
water,
is.
and then you take a sip. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
You gotta drink all the cups if you lose.
I came from the real beer pong era, so I've always loved beer. Got to A&T. I was drinking Bud Light Platinums and Old English 40s. Like, I'm a big beer girl. So then working at Buffalo Wild Wings, you know, they have mad beer. So I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know I'm over here drinking like the worst beer. Like, there's these craft beers, these high quality beers. I'm over here just drinking fucking shit. Right. And I was like, wow, this is great. And then got here, Buffalo Wild Wings at Bowie. Then I opened up the one in Capitol Heights. And then one day, like, all these guys from one of the distributors in PG, like, came for lunch. And they were like, you're so cool. You know so much about beer. You should work with us. I'm like, all right, cool. Wow. So I worked with them, and I was a rep with Miller Lite for like a year, almost a year. But then, like, I couldn't work with them no more because it was a conflict of interest in my DJing. So I couldn't DJ
because
anywhere.
You were working.
I couldn't DJ anywhere that they sold beer because I want to say our competitors found out that I was a DJ because I started putting shit on my story. Like, they were doing shady shit to me. And I was just like, wow, like, I never had a job where, like, it was really physically competitive to where they're, like, tearing my signs down.
No, facts. No, yeah.
So on Instagram,
and real competition.
This is fucking crazy. Like, I've never had a job that's, like, so then I would see their check. I'm like, look at these bitch ass niggas. Like, I was talking shit about them. Like, I never experienced that before. So then I think they told them, like, she's a DJ. She's on social media. They're like, you should chill and you can't DJ. And I was like, all right. But I'm just like, damn, that, like, I takes away a lot of my bread for real. Right. So then I left them, and then I started working for Stella for DC. And I was sales manager for every account in DC that sold Stella. And I just did events and activations. So, like, I was 50% hired by the distributor, but 50% hired by Anheuser-Busch, who is the main distributor of Stella. So they gave me a credit card with like $35,000 on it, and I could just do whatever.
What did you do?
I did whatever.
I did whatever.
I did so many amazing activations. Like, I had so many cool things. I had this Belgian brunch idea that I had coming up. A lot of people drink mimosas, right? But you don't realize that you can have beer mimosas. Like, you can put orange juice in your beer.
Is that not Blue Moon? Would Blue Moon be on?
I don't think so.
Motherfuckers be putting orange juice in the Blue Moon. You never heard of that?
They put an orange in it.
Well, yeah, I've had.
This is a fellow brew.
I'm not saying it's like mostly no, it is mostly. It's like mostly Blue Moon and a splash of orange juice, not like half and half or nothing.
Yeah,
like
I've
that.
seen that before.
Yeah.
But, like, people don't know that you get. So Stella has a cider called Stella Cidra, and if you mix that with grapefruit juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, it's so good. So I came with this Belgian brunch for like I think it might have been Lost Society, and you could get chicken and waffles and like unlimited beer mimosas for like a certain price, and it was so fire. I created design and everything. I was doing all these cool things.
Yeah.
I was doing these cool things. I was sponsoring after parties. I was doing happy hours. I was doing these industry mixers at Marvin, and it was just black and beautiful, and other people in the industry that were black and creators were there. And then the pandemic came. So then I was like, whatever, I'll just pour into my brand Brews and Views, and Brews and Views is just an informative platform from millennials of color to no beer. So I'm introducing people to beer. I'm sponsoring shows. I'm bringing beer to the shows, and I'm giving them away. You're not paying for them. They're free, but a donation is required. That can be monetary. It could be merch. It could be your music. It could be your name, your number. Just give me something. Let me leave with something. You leave with a beer. Like, we need to do more of that because not everything is rooted in money. And that's not legal for me. It's not legal for me to buy beer without solicitor's license and try to sell it without some kind of licensing or whatever. So I was doing that. And then I try to get back into it. But what I did with Stella is non-existent. Who's about to give me a $35,000 credit card?
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
In DC.
Right.
For what? That literally wouldn't last me 2 months.
Yeah.
Like I said that to this dude on Twitter that he and I were talking about the current climate, and he's saying that independent contractors are getting, outpriced in DC because of crime. And I'm like, we are a struggling economy because people don't realize that we were closed. We were one of the main cities closed as fuck. We were closed. Like, you couldn't do anything in DC. You had to get your food delivered, your beer delivered. Like
restaurants, there's a lot of places that just never recovered from that.
Never. Think about the places we don't have anymore.
Yeah.
So think about the places that you do have, and
they had to fight to come. Yeah, they had to fight to stay open.
Crime.
Yeah. Honestly, like it was really DoorDash, Uber Eats, these kind of things that even kept these places like afloat. You know what I'm saying?
only if you serve food.
Yeah, no facts.
Don't think about the bars that didn't, like Velvet.
Yeah, facts.
Velvet was a thriving local venue for music, for just cheap drinks, for DJs, for shows. But that's all they did. So what could they sell during the pandemic? Like some places were able to sell food, some places were able to sustain their staff, but like it's not about being outpriced. It's about the return. People can't afford to take risk anymore. Just like how the economy was thriving with local music scene. I get it. We want these venues to pour into us, but they can't take that risk off of somebody that is doing that. You know what I'm saying? And they come in and it's just business.
Yeah.
And for the longest, I'm thinking it's personal. So, some of it was personal, but now more than ever, it's business. And if they give you the opportunity and you don't show up, sorry, we have to go, because if we continue to give you this opportunity, we're going to hold. You're not even going to have the opportunity no more. So let them bounce back.
Yeah.
See, maybe we can collab with something that you have going on. Maybe these people that are successful in this day, maybe we can entertain crowds. Maybe we can double the profits.
Yeah.
If we bring in or collab or do something, but people aren't even fucking thinking like that. Or people want to disregard me because they think I'm just a DJ and don't know that my background in the beer industry. Lo and behold, maybe you could have kept whatever you had going on. If you partner with me, we could have made a beer sponsorship, a deal. I could have provided something, gave some kind of incentive, some kind of, you don't even know.
Yeah.
But you're a nightlife DJ.
Nah, I feel what you're saying in the sense of like with businesses, a lot of people don't know like what it actually costs to have like per employee, like outside of like what that person makes, like it costs a lot of money just to have an employee, payroll taxes, healthcare, all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit, like outside of what they're also being paid like to do the job. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of businesses were completely destroyed in that time. You know what I'm saying? Because you even had you had people who wanted to just like be paid even though they couldn't go to work. You know what I'm saying? And there were businesses that were doing that for a little bit, like just like, okay, well, because we don't know how long this is gonna last, so we are gonna keep you on. You know, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks go by. You have done no business.
And that ended up being the
still
bullet,
paying
right?
people.
Yeah, like, yo, bro.
Yeah,
like, that ended up to bite us. Like,
yeah, nah, facts. So it was a crazy time.
It's a struggle.
But we were talking earlier about how like there was some places we didn't even realize. At least I didn't realize there were some places that were still wide the fuck open, like still doing business. And other states. I mean,
to LA. I went to Atlanta, and then we drove. So the first time we drove to Atlanta from College Park, Virginia was kind of like, okay. We got to North Carolina. North Carolina was like, okay, too. We got to South Carolina.
Like, okay,
no
open?
mask.
Oh, okay,
okay.
A little lenient. Everywhere. Yeah, they were a little lenient.
This is 2020. So we got to South Carolina, and they're just like, I'm like, okay, no mask. They chilling. Like, what's okay? Got to Georgia, open, everything. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, damn, like, how long were y'all closed? They're like, bro, we never closed. And so it's like when you think about it now, it's like we literally spent over a year like wearing masks, like not closing, where like people in the South, people in the West Coast, like people were not doing that. Like that was not the majority of the country.
Yeah, that's news to me.
So it's like now with us in what I used to do in the industry, that was a thriving industry. That was like businesses could sustain themselves. Like, so do I stick into a industry where it's like I'm not gonna downgrade myself either.
Yeah.
Or I'm not gonna let people tell me that I'm not experienced enough to have another position in that. Because my job now, what I do, so I work for a hard tea company and they're based in a different state, but they have a territory in Atlanta. And I'm the manager for the whole Atlanta market. But the position was really for a sales rep position. But after talking to me and finding out my DJ background, they were like, no, we want you to be a manager.
Yeah.
Like, we want you to manage the whole entire market.
They figure out you could do a lot more.
And we like that you have a musical background. So they were like, they asked me in our conference call last week, they're like, Bri, are you going to DJ in Atlanta? I was like, no, I don't want to. They're like, nah.
You don't want to?
No. Because I don't want people from the DV to think that I'm going down there for music.
Right.
I mean, like, oh, Bri, oh, she's going to DJ. Right. No, the fuck no. Okay. I'm not. I don't want to DJ Atlanta. If the homies are like,
put me in that
Bri's
box
down here, maybe I'll do it. But like, I'm not going out and be like, book me.
You don't want to tap into Atlanta's music scene?
I don't need to do that. I love.
I'm not saying you
music.
need to. I'm saying you don't want to.
I love it. I'm really cool with a lot of artists in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying it's something you need to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to do anything.
It'll
but
probably
like,
be on some request shit, right?
Like works, if they want, how community works if they want me to.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. But I'm not gonna be like, hey y'all.
That's what I'm going there for.
I'm not interested in just being like, I'm DJ Bri Mafia in Atlanta. I'm not interested at all.
I hear that.
Because if I do, like how I do in the DMV right now, I work for another beer company here. I work remote and I'm social media coordinator. And if I were to put that on the forefront, it's like, okay, well, we'll prioritize Bri as a DJ over her being being her in the beer industry. Or me, what I'll do is fuck my beer job. I got a DJ gig this week. I don't give a fuck about being paid. I don't want to do that. I really want to focus strictly on my beer job because I have the potential to do something so amazing.
Yeah.
If I really take over the Atlanta market the way that I want to, they're going to ship me back to Maryland and I'm going to shit on niggas. And they're going to be like, damn, if you were doing that in Atlanta this whole time, why couldn't you do it here while you were here? You tell me why.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell you the whole time I could. I'm not even getting into
you got a plan. There's a plan in place.
Sometimes
this is not
the resume.
That's fact.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna stay here where I'm
struggling
to get a job and they literally make a position for me and say you're fucking experienced. And then when they introduce me to the distribution company I'm working with, they're like, "This is Bria. She's well versed in the music industry. She's a DJ. She's worked with major distributors. She's pretty much saying I'm lit."
Yeah.
Like, and I'm just like.
So why don't
you love when other folks big you up? You don't got to big yourself up, right?
Face tattoos, like, DJ, like, you know. And I just feel like that's just a good fit in Atlanta, though. Like, the black business flourishes there. Like, oh my god.
So you excited?
Trying to move there years ago, so it's just kind of like
full circle,
full fucking circle. And like I said, like I have so many friends down there in Atlanta, but like, yeah, I don't want to go down there to DJ. It's only the friends like, Bri, we love you. We want you to do a set. I would love to do a guest set.
Little pop out.
She gonna spit for Tony.
Literally, I just want to be a guest set. But what
Tony
I really want to do is just Tony Snow. Fucking love him. My birthday twin. I just really want to focus strictly on this company and the beer, and I want to give artists and opportunities, sponsorships, activations, collaborations.
Right.
That's all I want to do.
I can fully appreciate that because I feel that like when you see a path towards like doing something greater and something that's I'm not saying beer is different for you. It's not, because you've been in it. But like when you can kind of start to now see the path of like more greatness than the one that like is the more creative thing, the more crowd facing thing. Because a lot of times people will be like, oh, well, like that's the thing that'll gain you more popularity, more like notoriety. It's more crowd facing. You know what I'm saying? So people think that's the thing that's more valuable.
Yeah, no,
but nah,
like I don't care about.
I agree with you 1,000%. You know what I'm saying? So I can appreciate that.
And I've already reached out because like our brand, they want to cater to women mainly, and I've already reached out to two of my favorite female DJs in Atlanta, and it's so wild because one of them actually like dropped a party, and they're being sponsored by another hard tea, and I'm like, oh my god, like that's amazing because it's kind of like what I do. Like it shows that in their market that there is beer representation or hard alcohol representation, and it's like it's not competing, but I just know that there's room for those type of opportunities. You're not seeing that. You're not seeing events in DC. Who can I use an example? You're not seeing events that are sponsored by Cutwater, not black female DJs events or day parties. You know, you're not seeing any sponsorships, to be fully honest. And I'm talking about like real sponsorships where it's like logo branding.
Yeah,
they're providing, you know, content, collaboration on posts. It's a collaborative effort. Like it's just not that. So I'm excited to be in a market where it's accepted.
it's embraced. Yeah,
yep, it's embraced and it's being accepted, and there's a space for it. So I don't want to compete, but that should just be the standard of, you know, I don't, granted it is competition, but I'm not going to treat it like that. I'm going to be like, hey, I respect what
you're gonna do the
doing.
best you can do.
I'm going to do it.
That's real. That's real.
facts.
So I mean,
Exactly.
so with that said, I mean, I know you kind of briefly been touching on it, but I mean, talk about, I guess, some more things that people can expect from you, just, you know, moving forward from Bri Mafia.
Okay, so with Atlanta, it's gonna be some cool activations, sponsorships. I'm about to not really be on social media because I want to focus on that, and I don't want that to interfere with like my DJing. So I'm done on Twitter. Like several conversations on Twitter have just made me done. The PG County, Prince George's County conversation. Nope. The voting conversation. Nope. I'm not doing it. I'm protecting my peace the rest of the year. I'm going to focus on my job. And especially because it's something that I was doing before. It's not exactly the same, but it's the same responsibility under the same circumstances, you know?
Right.
The benefits, I feel like the benefits are more rewarding because the company is amazing. The team is amazing. I had too big of a team to kind of even know any of them personally or even feel anything.
Right.
So I'm excited for that. But when I'm not dealing with the social media shit like at all. I'm not talking to you about shit. I got shit to do.
It's a tumultuous time on the internet.
You can.
Right,
I'm not doing it. Y'all figure that shit out. I'm figuring it out for myself. So yeah, I'm just gonna be down there, and you're not gonna know what I'm doing via social media. You just gotta be in Atlanta, and it's not that.
Yeah,
it's nothing to do with DJ Bri Mafia. So
that's what's up, though.
Yeah, hopefully next year I'll come back with. I'm not even saying hopefully next year I'll be back with a festival and a venue, because I'm not doing shit in DC till I own some shit. That's why shit is what it is right now, because you niggas can't do what you really want to fucking do. So you got to do what these white folks think are safe. You got to do that, and you're bringing in that same weak-ass crowd. You diminish the expectations or even the quality of your fucking following by saying they can't be in these spaces or they don't have enough money to be in these spaces. So keep doing that. When I come back with a venue, it's going to have all the great things all the other venues have. And it's going to be sponsored by multiple beers, multiple liquor brands, quality content. People don't got to pay for it because the brand is going to supply the videographer, photographers, stage. It's going to be insured. It's going to be licensed. It's going to be legal. It's going to be all these things. It's going to have all the standards of all the other shit that happens in DC. So that's what you can expect. This is gonna happen. I'll see you niggas in 2025. And yeah, I just gotta kill shit there to make an example, because y'all didn't want to pay attention. I gotta do some other shit somewhere else. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go even harder.
You gotta leave so you can be missed.
There you go. Yeah, you gonna miss me one.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta disappear so you can
really
be missed. They'd be like, damn, we don't have Bri no more.
I had like a couple interviews, but I had an interview with this company. This is my second time having an interview through in the last 4 years, and they didn't hire me for a second time. And I was like, all right, it's got to be fucking personal.
I'm weak. They called you back in to tell you. They called you back in to be, oh no, actually we're still good.
So then,
That's
I
fucked up.
don't even know what the fuck I was talking about on Twitter because I'm always talking about some shit. And my man Ski-Hova was like, you always right, bro. Like, when niggas ever going to admit you're just always right? I said, they ain't going to admit shit till I'm gone. And then literally, like, same week, job offer. I was like,
let's see. There you go.
I'm out of here.
There you go. That's funny as hell, but very lit. Always lit to have you on here, Bri.
Nah,
For sure. It's been a dope episode, dope
100%.
Conversation.
Oh, Mikabo, don't forget.
Oh no, that's
Yes.
facts. Get her last little
Mikabo,
plug in.
for sure.
You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go. Boom.
She's looking for another
Mikabo,
deal.
look out for her, man.
As far as
She
the alcohol goes,
really
Bri Mafia
gave
is your
y'all
shorty.
Mad product placement.
As far as the
Set up
alcohol
races
goes,
on
Bri
this,
Mafia
so
is your shorty. She knows her shit.
100%.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in.
For
Make sure
sure,
you
man.
subscribe to the channel.
Do that.
We'll
Tell
see
your
y'all next
friends. All that.
Brr, brr, brr.
Peace.
Early.